working for them, and I hope they just apply a more consistent layer all the way throughout that map, because you're right, if things break down, they go for this default and they're not really finding the same successes, then potentially they can be dropping so many more rounds, and you can't really do that, to be honest, especially with MR12. We've got the game now, fortunately, so we could jump in off my face, off your face, into Anubis's face. Rare Atom taking on Wings Up, and Rare Atom start on the CT side. Wings Up elect to begin on the attack, and I love this. Full frontal force. Let's get it.
Favorite pistol round strat, barrage through mid. You got split in towards A. There are going to be 3 players on the site defending, though. Nice little flash drop by Corey, and yeah, smoke goes on deep to Temple, but they're going to be going straight into a 3 setup. Corey going to be taking first contact. You got a double dually setup here. Oh, expro doing everything. You don't even need the second pair of dualies. Maybe you do. phzy does come through for the tail end, and Lan in a 1 versus 1 has almost managed to do it, but Corey behind the cake takes his slide.
Where did all those kills come from? Honestly, all I saw in the kill feed was the dual Berettas getting 4 kills between themselves, and suddenly it's a 1 versus 1. So chaotic and so claustrophobic on that A bomb site, but really well handled by expro. phzy just swinging off that contact and making sure he's keeping that player alive. The dual Berettas wreak havoc, even though it does take that 1 versus 1. It's Corey with the safe pair of hands. And now Wings Up. No bomb plant, no money. It has to be the full Glock rush, and they are running it right back.
Yeah, why not? It's also good just to see kind of what the A setup is feeling like, and likely it is just a solo defender there, so you can often get a really nice bit of space if you can get past that one defender, which is just expro, who doesn't have any utility either, so can't really delay this with a Molotov or a smoke. There's going to be a rotation coming over from Corey, but it's a similar situation. So she sees M4s, and or maybe they might be giving some space, but that Deagle does find a kill. Corey's brought down low, so at the very least, a bomb plant is secured.
Double flank, though, and this is very fast. That rifle has already been picked up. kreaz is working with it in his hands. Lan overwhelmed by the combo, the 1-2 punch, the FAMAS and the MP5, and suddenly the bomb site is completely overrun. Of course, that's always going to be the expected outcome, but you take a kill, you take a bomb plant for something you didn't invest a single penny into.
Yeah, it's not too bad, really. It's not too bad for Rare Atom either, only losing 1 player. The M4 gets recovered, so you've still got 5 rifles into this round. So the choice to opt for the rifles over going into the SMGs and forgoing some of that utility ends up being fine for them. And immediately block us with the AWP coming out, and that's an unarmed AWP. So it will be uncontested, but let's see what he can deliver with it.
Looks like he's going for the dark peak straight off the bat. I don't mind it, especially because somebody might give him a look in. Instead, it's going to be quite passive from Rare Atom. 3 players leaning B early just to try and get rid of a rush potential that could formulate. Corey drops a smoke in towards middle. He's got the same roles as he did on Sangao, playing mid on Anubis. Waiting very patiently, trying to draw out a fight there from Lan, but only the bullets fired as warning shots from both parties. Currently, Wings Up, even though the bomb is out B, there's a couple of players looking to get a little bit inquisitive towards A main. Maybe try and keep these defenders on the bomb site, fake it out, and then end B.
Yeah, you do have to get aggressive here if you're Rare Atom. Having 3 players on B is a big commitment, so nice flashbang through. kreaz is spotted and dealt with. Gonna come back around. Blogges goes for a shot, but doesn't quite connect. That's gonna be the AWP now noted. You don't need to commit onto the B split now. It's gonna be difficult because there's 3 players still on this site, and they are wanting to isolate Dark. The players go forward. The fight comes to them. Gas demolishes 2. phzy's sitting in the back. He's the only one here, tucked in towards Glyph. Gone unnoted for now, but the plant is going to be protected, so he can't really reveal and deny. He can just be patient. If Lan gets a little bit incurious, he might find his demise, but instead, just going to sit there. Wait for the fight to come to him. Good flashbang, back turn, kill comes through. phzy, silent and deadly. Strikes for 2. And now you got to double up in towards Dark. 1 player incredibly low. If that HE goes through here, they'll be in danger. It might be the bullets that make it so. Swinging on through, it's all underflying, and they are trying to fight him through the choke point. Good angles. And the defuse, oh, there's no kit. Doesn't matter, the retake might have been successful, but the round still goes Wings Up way.
Yeah, they hesitate just for a couple of seconds because they don't have the intel about whether there's players out towards B main. Don't have the utility to cordon that area of the map off, and as a result, Wings Up have bought enough time despite phzy being a fly in the ointment on the B bomb site, finding 2 kills. The rotation time was just 1 or 2 seconds away. And Wings Up do enough. Everyone's eliminated, though. Money on breaking point now for both of these teams. Such a critical round to all play for. phzy's with the AWP. He's scavenged that off of Blogis. Let's see what he can now achieve with it. Now, because he's uncontested.
And his has a little bit more behind it with the armor and all of the utility. Wouldn't have minded if he'd thrown some of that over to Expro or Corey, though. But teasing shots thrown out in towards A main. Land's been given a lot of space in mid. Where Adam haven't been fighting mid very hard, it's because they've got a heavier lean over towards A, and well, they don't even need the second player. Expro, every time he's been put to the test, has delivered.
This now starts to get a little bit awkward. However, good space being taken by Lan in towards mid. But it seems that Rare Atom are aware of the possibility. That is a fantastic headshot on towards Expro, but he was low HP anyway. More utility raining forward, flashbang through to enable Lan and kreaz to have a little bit of a peek. But Corey on the angle with the AUG alongside phzy, just trying to buy all of this time. Meanwhile, distraction created, potentially. Blogis, there's a pathway in, and he's found it on towards Corey. Wings Up, fighting harder. Now it's a 2 versus 2.
A kill was critical. kreaz getting the trade in mid as well, but Summer is fast. Coming on through. Leaves it all onto Blogis. He's just finding the bomb. They know he can't have gotten anywhere. And Summer's able to isolate the fight, finding him there. Has support from somebody as well, so Blogis would have had to pull off something miraculous to pull that off. Delaying the defuse for a moment just to see if they can recover any weaponry. Got the AWP, got the M4, got the defuse.
Yeah, job done. Really clever from Wings Up, though, using a lot of utility in towards mid, fighting Rare Atom right at the doorway and just preventing and allowing that opportunity for Blogis to try and work his magic to find a kill. Tactical timeout coming through, and this is a really good time to call it in. Not only is the decision, do we want to invest, keep pressing the issue because we know the economy is kind of low for Rare Atom, but also just to calm down a little bit because they have been finding really good inroads in towards these bomb sites. It's just been the afterplants that have been a little bit tricky. But when you take a look, you compare and contrast this T side to the game against Tyloo earlier, they were really struggling to put the bomb down in the first place. This is looking a lot more coordinated. It looks like they've been warmed up, settled into the server a lot more, and they are creating opportunities for themselves to win rounds.
Yeah, I really love the way that they've been orchestrating some of these plays. This is looking very, I think for both teams, quite regimented. Hasn't felt super scrappy, save for maybe the pistol round, which certainly was. Again, going to be giving A. It seems like they've isolated that area as the weaker part of the map. Expro with the AUG, sitting on back, only gets one for a Tech 9 at long range, undoes his AUG. Corey now trying to step into his place. That's a great AT, almost takes down 2. Summer's bullets do the rest. phzy with the AWP shot. kreaz with the Tech 9. Can't get anything done from Cake. So again, they're finding the pathway through to A, getting the bomb down, but the round not theirs.
But again, look, it's a half investment. Sure, there's only one casualty, but again, you've highlighted the objective, and you're still gathering all this intel about how Rare Atom is setting up their default. Only one player on A, Expro, potentially a point of weakness. I feel like in the round prior, where they had all the guns, where they did go for that investment after they won the round, that if they just accelerated onto A, they maybe executed 10 seconds earlier than they did, they would have had much more success because it is completely less expected. You haven't allowed Rare Atom to gather the intel on the rest of the map. You keep things a little bit unpredictable. Lots of pace changes here, and now we've got a bit more of a standard default out of Wings Up.
Yeah, right. Adam also going to I guess, more of a standard setup with the 2-2-1 in play rather than that 3 lean towards B. But again, expro is found this time. Over the top of the smoke, Gas finds the kill. They're not able to accelerate off it, but it is going to weaken up this defense.
That forces utility, that forces rotations. Wings up, it looks like they're posturing for a B split with Canal's control now being gathered as well. They're applying pressure in towards mid. It's an even blanket, and it's really good to see because now you've anchored all of these players in. Raratum are worried about middle. They're worried about A. phzy hasn't aggressed too far in towards A main, so we can't see the choke point and note that it's clear. This is the perfect time to execute.
Rotation starts to come over. phzy's going to get here as the hit comes through. And Incendiary's well timed as well. 3 players towards Dark currently can't get involved. That smoke there also actually is going to give somebody a lot of space to work with. All this utility just delaying things. phzy's now posted up, ready for this fight to come through. Great blow onto the grenade, but Flying catches Summer. Somebody sitting in the back towards Cliff. Takes down Flying with the bomb. Gas steps on through and it's all on the Corey. Almost the transfer, but runs out of bullets. One more would have done it. And it leaves it onto phzy. Coming on through with that Tech 9. Gas on the site. Drops the smoke, playing behind it, low HP. kreaz out towards main. phzy would love to isolate one of these fights. Smoke does give him a way to do this, but now he makes noise. Now he's known, and kreaz is ready for the swing.
Yeah, I understand that from Raratum, the design in that round, using the HE to blow open that smoke. But I don't think it's necessary. You've got somebody who's dropped a really impactful one over towards Dark. It leaves him a lot of room to lurk and also just maneuver around it, get these little angles and create. But then the design is, okay, well, he takes the contact, we blow open the smoke, we go for it. But he can't honestly trade there in that situation. It's really awkward. I would have liked them to see it playing a little bit more passive, using flashbangs instead to get the team in, because by blowing open that smoke, you create the opportunity not just for yourself, but also for Wings Up, and they did exactly that. They pounced on the opportunity, they take those kills, and now they win out the round. Once again, we're working with Raratum, who need to win this round just to stabilize their economy. Wings Up on the preface of just trying to equalize the scoreline.
Yeah, expro is stuck with the 5-7 here. Flashbang out, they know they want to take the early advantage. Good flash, but Lan was able to dodge it, and he's looking for fights. kreaz gets the second. Bloggers also finding phzy, and that's going to be the B-side completely theirs. This one's done. Gas is hearing players scampering. Just try and catch these remaining players. Don't let him save anything. Beautiful round from Wings Up.
I think the design of a lot of these rounds for Wings Up have been very good. I like the fact that Raratum are trying to be a little bit more explosive. They're trying to go for these fights over towards B, but it's very one-dimensional, and I feel like this is what separates a good team from a great team on Anubis, is the fact that you can be so versatile. You take a look at Complexity's Anubis, for example, and they are constantly trying to change up the way they're applying pressure, whether it's with utility, whether it's pushing towards a main, for example. It's varied. That's the difference. We've now already seen in 7 rounds as kreaz gets a fantastic ace, that flash play from phzy twice, and it starts to become very readable and quite predictable.
But we love a little ace. Nothing feels better than an eco ace. All right, guns back out for Adam. A little lacking in the util, but no biggie. I don't think there's a kit there. Corey's getting a bit aggressive in towards mid. And see already, Wings Up, keen on A, but so are Rare Adam. The aggressive flashbang swing through. An opening kill found. Gas does get one back. Some are getting tricksy with a bit of a one-way smoke around the edge of it, but is spotted on out. And this walkthrough. Expro, he's going to get caught slipping, not ready for the contact. Fantastic re-aggression from Wings Up. Corey's going to be quick to try and swing on through, but he's just standing in flames, cooking alive. phzy, though, steps on through and finds 2. Gives Rare Adam a way back into this round. The bomb isolated, but Lan, he's walked on through. Into the back lines, it has to be somebody. 1 versus 2. Flames thrown on forward, more util and a swing out. knows what this final fight is. Drops on down, Lan swings on through, but somebody can't find it. It's Lan, and it's 5 for Wings Up.
Yeah, a lot of chaos created there by Wings Up. As you mentioned, a really good push on that timing. Rare Atom just talked about them getting aggressive somewhere else, but they take the space and then they immediately evacuate, and that's all heard by Wings Up. They press the issue, they do the damage, but my goodness me, the fact that it looks so close, it comes right down to that 1 versus 1, but it's still not enough. And now that Wings Up have won so many rounds in a row, their economy is absolutely fine. On the other side of things, Rare Atom, it is in the absolute dumpster. Some are close with the CZ. Could potentially find Blogis as Expro trying to take all this contact. Flying will go around the corner, straight into the CZ. It's only 1 kill.
Okay, Corey trying to get a bit tricky with it. Don't write this off. Bruce is here with the Deagle. Just 1 shot from death. Okay, now he's known. Now he's known, and he is dealt with. The double swing comes on through. They walk into the stack, and they come out, only losing 2. Wings Up with 6 rounds. They're getting into the swing of things on this T side, looking very confident. And I'm loving to see it.
We'll play devil's advocate here with Rare Atom, and that's the fact that on Anubis, T side is, I think, even more inflated now we're on CS2. Also, the stats, even though they are limited with a small sample size, definitely reflect that. Both of these teams kind of have a 35% win rate in every single one of their CT rounds. So the fact they've already established 4 is probably pretty decent. If they add 1 or 2 in the next couple of rounds here, well, they'd need both for a couple, but if they get 1, I think they're sitting quite pretty, despite how dominant Wings Up are looking here.
We'll put a lot of pressure on this round if they can't find these. Saw the impact of that in previous matches. A little bit of an eyeball on Lan's util there. If you're ever wanting to take mid control, you can see that that smoke goes straight in towards the mid-house and the flames towards the doors. Wings Up. Looking like they want to go back to where they've found a lot of success, which has been over on this A site. Land's going to be lurking over towards B, but main thrust of it comes through to A. Smokes over the top, flames, Molotov, 3 bottles of them. Expro behind the cake does have support over the top from Corey, and a great angle from New York. Only 1, but Corey able to chime in. There is this rotation coming through from phzy to the bomb. He is on the site itself, but looking for the kills first just to enable safe passage, and they would have maybe wanted to back out if they'd found that kill over towards B, but the lurk falls. phzy dropping a defensive smoke as well. They are going to stick the bomb plant. kreaz has actually found a gap to do it. Blog is providing a bit of coverage. They can find 1 kill, they can even things up, but instead it falls all to Bloggers with the op in towards Pillar. Is going to get flanked on eventually as well, so that's in the back of his mind. Flames in from heaven, waiting for that swing, but he's holding the wrong angle, so it would need to be the flick. They're just being patient. They're waiting for the flank to come on through. His days are numbered, and somebody ensures his demise.
Yeah, really smart. They're from Rare Atom. You don't need to commit into the fight. You know the Bloggers is AWPing as well. If you give him a sliver, something to work with, he could definitely make that more expensive. This is probably going through the back of the mind, the Rare Atom heads, but good design. I like the fact that Expro drops a smoke as well immediately, despite the molly's not quite landing towards his position, but it just gives him an avenue to work with. Also, the defensive smokes put down by both Corey and phzy were really cool because it prevents progression. It completely traps all of Wings Up in the bomb site, so when you're going for these after plant and retake attempts for Rare Atom, you know they're confined in this space. And it allows more time for somebody to work that flank. You can also take it a little bit slower, ensure he's not heard. And the rest of Rare Atom are just able to pinch upon it. That's a really good retake.
Yeah, I feel like Lang got activated a little bit too early on his flank over towards B Dark, but...
Yeah, I think that might have been a comms issue because it looked like he was even going in towards Dark just to keep those B defenders there, and then the smokes would fly in. I think it was slightly off by about 3 seconds.
Yeah, even if he just not activated at all. I mean, yeah, obviously there's plenty of different ways you can play out around, but him going down makes it very one-dimensional, unfortunately. Now, we're looking at B. We're looking at a lot of players posted up here. August has gotten a really nice aggressive angle with the AWP. No smoke at the moment to block him, but good flashbang forced him off the angle. That's allowed phzy to slink on through. A little bit of a nose gone in, and don't spot anybody just yet. Leans forward just to slow things down. Somebody taking a lot of damage, but it's phzy's shot that hits first. Flashbang on through. They've still got 3 defenders holding strong. Wings up. They want to keep fighting this. They don't want to let it go.
Yeah, flashbang. Again, thrown into B main. But that's just so they can escape and fall back. But this advanced position here towards A main, though, fly-in is going to be hard-pressed trying to deal any damage, create inroads anywhere else. I'd love it if Wings Up just reset. They start walk pushing middle here. Looks like that's what the objective is, because now you can isolate phzy. And you've got a real split on your hands. You can also jump through the window and reset dark after you've taken this control. But for Wings Up, the design is always to apply pressure everywhere to keep RareAtom guessing.
Smoke's going to land on phzy's position. Oh, actually, it's a little bit off. You can see that immediately insights him. He wants to get involved. Oh, the second as well. The quick go through the smoke. phzy only stopped by a bullet to the dome. Eventually dealt with, but he's done his job. That's the bomb spotted. That's 15 seconds remaining. Flying, trying just to fight on through, giving some space for his teammate. kreaz is going to be coming on in, but Summer's there. And it's a 6-6 half. RareAtom fighting back.
all even here between Rare Atom and Wings Up, and to be honest, I think that's very fair. Some excellent rounds of Counter-Strike on display from both of these teams. It looks like a bit of deja vu. We're running it right back in this pistol. Rare Atom trying to show Wings Up how it's done on A.
Well, Lion with the duelies only gets the one. Bloggers is trying to step into his place, and he is doing beautifully. A double with the USP, stays alive for a little bit. Gives time for Flying to come on over, and the man advantage. Look at his flank. They don't know what's going to hit them. Maybe they do. phzy with one, and Gas. He dealt with, he had the dualies. He was ready for the fight. You're never expecting him there, but still leaves it all onto Flying. And he's the one that dropped the dualies. No armor for him, just the P2K, and a 2K required. phzy gonna swing on through, spot him, and the Goosh as well. Flying with a lot to do, and they know where he is. They hear him, and they swing together.
Good protocols there, just from Rare Atom. And it's despite Wings Up throwing aggressive moves after aggressive moves straight in their face. You got the initial one where Bloggers finds 2 kills, but he's doubled up. There's immediate trades out of Rare Atom, but every single time you're seeing expro and phzy take an engagement, they're doing it together. And that is just because, look, not only are they being pushed in, but they are just making sure that even if one player falls, you're guaranteeing a trade. Even when they plant the bomb, they're at 2 versus 1. 3, 2, 1, let's go together. Really basic fundamentals, but it's good to see they are on display. Fast push through dark. That's been spotted, and Summer accounts for all of it. 3 kills already with the Galil. Combs, hey, there's one more in here. It's kreaz, and he nearly finds a couple more, but instead it is just the one. A very clean round out of Rare Atom.
Yeah, and they get the AK at the end. It was a whole gaggle of Galils in play, but now they're going to have 2 AKs in the mix, up against all of the rifles, and an AWP for Bloggers as well. That seems to be a common theme for Bloggers, is getting out the AWP without the armor.
Prioritizing it over everything else. The AWP will be there no matter what. Already like those memes.
Yeah, that's Bloggers in his CT sides.
Good timeout being used as well by Rare Atom. They understand it's going to be a buy round for Wings Up. So they're just taking 30 seconds because they know how important it is. If they win this, they suddenly create so much of a buffer away, and they're already looking at Ancient on the horizon. If Wings Up win this, suddenly it's a very different conversation piece. That's how fine these margins are in MR12, and I think that's a perfect time to call a pause, just to make sure you're all on the same page, which is also very important in rosters with this new European blend.
A couple of flashbangs being set up there. I wonder if they're going to be getting aggressive out from E-main. Does certainly seem to be a possibility. I think kreaz also creeping, but Summer finds Flying. Suspected something was up because of those flashbangs. However, the AWP does strike true. That was over towards B-main. Bit of space being taken in towards mid, but Gas not accounted for. kreaz had continued to creep forward too, so the canals crawling with Wings Up players. kreaz hasn't stopped, continues forward, and well, he is eventually put down by phzy. A 2v3 required now for Rare Atom, as he looked to potentially split onto A.
It all depends on what Corey can do here, because he's basically got all of this space. It looks like they're going to try and split in towards A, potentially. He says it's just the utility dropped. And now with Corey dropping into the water, each one's trying up his teammate, but Bloggers hears it and removes him. phzy now left alone, a 1 versus 3. Bloggers will be the first man up to the chopping block. That's a good find. And with 30 seconds left, phzy's got time to isolate every single one of these kills.
Yeah, I have a 1v1 on towards A, and the correct play here for Lan is to not engage with it. Allow phzy to get into the site and give you some time for that rotation to come over. I think that's what he's setting up to do. Playing in towards Heaven. He's been getting all of these sound cues. He's going to drop that smoke, and oh, Lan swings. Gives the fight over, and now you can see what that's going to cause. A 1 versus 1, and phzy given an opportunity to pull off an incredible clutch, but Gas doesn't allow it. Gets a little bit close at the end there, but it's going to be Wings Up taking their first CT round.
That's so funny because the way you described it was exactly right. And the fact that Lance shouldn't have peeked whatsoever. He should have just waited. He hears the smoke being dropped. Even if that bomb gets down, do you know what? It doesn't matter because you're winning the round or you're giving it your best shot with that 2v1. And it's like he's listened to you and he's gone, no, I'm going to swing now. And he just does it almost on command.
That's like me watching any of my like teammates after I've died in matchmaking, you know.
Yeah. Please don't peek. Please don't peek. And then they do it out of spite.
Yeah. Guys don't throw. Proceeds to throw.
Fortunately, Gas was there. Lad. We're in an XM in middle. Perfect place for it. And this is going to be very fast now. Out towards A for Rare Atom. Mollies are flying over. But it's Bloggis who finds the couple of kills instead. Expro up high, but Bloggis is down low. It's like whack-a-mole on the surface of Bloggis. He's taking all of them with him. Corey, only player left standing. But it won't happen. Instead, it'll be Wings Up taking the round, and they go 8-8.
Yeah, it's a rough round to lose if you're a Rare Atom as well, just because you invested fully into that. You know, that was kind of your shot to get back into this. Losing that now, you're going to be on the eco and maybe a couple of pistols, but Wings Up will have everything they need. Didn't really lose too much in that round at all.
Gas will find Summer from Canals. Smoking towards middle. phzy, that's a nice dink. It sounds like a big headshot, but it came through the wall. So instead, only 30 points of damage inflicted. Pistols would love a bomb plant here. Something that Wings Up were really efficient in doing. Bomb just about picks it across from somebody as he jumps over just as the smoke gets wiped. Ezra upgrades the pistol, but ultimately, it's kreaz finding everything.
Gonna spam through the smoke to get to. Trying to make it a third, maybe. Maybe not. Oh. Here's the footsteps. Okay, he's gonna get his third eventually. Maybe even a fourth. kreaz getting some nice, yummy frags. And Wings Up take the lead. Note that this is Rare Atom's map pick, and we also, you mentioned, Brandon, just how strong their T side is comparative to the CT side. The case for both these teams in the limited data we have on this map, that this is a great position for Wings Up to find themselves in.
Yeah, absolutely. Instant mid smoke now being set up by expro. Again, where they've been having mixed success here, Rare Atom, their economy is a little bit turbulent to the point where Bloggis, it's another scenario where he's uncontested on the AWP, and phzy, that's at the top of the board for Atom, would love to get his hands on a sniper, but it's just not quite working out. Instead, he's going to get aggressive here and towards mid. Great nade. Prevents the obstruction of the smoke, and now they're in position to swing together. Corey finds one, knows that Flying is locked in, and Flying wants to take the fight against phzy. But it will be this T side that has the player advantage.
Yeah, it's quite an interesting setup in towards the doors there, having two players doubled up. Guaranteed a kill at the very least, but it does make that trade actually pretty easy for the T side because there was nowhere for you to go. Now A is completely open. So as soon as we're praising Wings Up on this defense, they are going to potentially falter here. Unless Bloggis has something to say. Oh, I love that! Blows the smoke and swings on through for a quick peek. Puts it into the 3-on-3. And now there's a chance for Wings Up to find something in this round.
Yeah, absolutely. It's workable. What you want to see out of Rare Atom is trying to take space beyond the bomb site, and they've done that with the swing on towards Bloggis. kreaz now coming in from CT, but where they've got this control over towards Heaven, they've got the space to be able to crunch on him. Gas, last player standing. We're doing very well so far this map, but it would take a 1 versus 2 effort. Another clutch from him. Fames just starts to disintegrate. He goes for the swing, but phzy is holding the angle the entire time. Rare Atom reset.
Yeah, nice quad kill from phzy. Great kill from Bloggis in towards mid, and there actually was kind of an opportunity for him to get one from Heaven on that swing, but the fact that there was 2 Ts on the other side made it a little bit unfavorable for him, but if he'd found that quick flick, you could have seen the pathway back through. Wings Up will have enough for an investment here, but if they lose this one, 1900 loss bonus. In fact, for both these teams, this is a massive swing round.
phzy trying to be the hero, wiping away the smoke, but doesn't see anything on his recon mission. Expro now looks for intel over towards dark. Just a flashbang from kreaz. Mid completely open and vacated, and rearatom take the space with Corey.
Yeah, they've been putting a lot of emphasis onto this mid. Corey's been up here more often than not, sometimes supported, but just gonna be solo mission this time. This rearatom posture over towards 8. 4 players outside ready to strike. See, Summer's got a smoke ready. Brings up. Eventually, a player is going to have to budge and start to make their way over towards mid. Does look like that's going to come on through. They're suspecting the hit. As the smoke comes through, they drop utility of their own. The Molotov misses towards Bricks. That's even land a perfect spot to fight. Somebody does eventually find him, and flying spray. Able to deal with phzy. Gives the man advantage for the CTs, but Corey could be the thorn in their side. Behind 2 players currently, is going to hear one coming on over, and now he's causing issues. Oh, he's causing issues. 2 kills his way. Vlogus now able to find one on somebody, but knows Corey's behind him, and that's a serious issue, but not an issue he can't solve. A 1 versus 1. Summer's AWP sounds on out, and he knows where Vlogus was. The Flames in front. Vlogus, I think he's having to save. Yeah, I thought maybe he'd go for it. He had the time, had the kit. But the Flames dissuade him. And so rearatom will take the lead.
The thing is, he's got time, but he needs to clear CT, Heaven, Pillar, A main, all in about 15 seconds with an AWP. If it's with a rifle, I think it's a little bit more workable. Then you throw into the economy situation, the fact that they've got no money. If he loses the AWP, it's done for. Has to be an eco anyway. So rather than just have full USPs into the round, you've got an MVP weapon you could potentially bring forward. But that one incendiary saves rearatom and makes them hit double digits first.
Let's see what Vlogus can do with the AWP. Obviously, we've got the kit in play as well, so opportunities to maybe get something in this round. Quad stack in towards middle, and the utility from rearatom causing some issues. It is actually keeping them engaged for now. It's just going to be a straight-up execute on towards B. Vlogus scrambling on over. He's the one we want to keep our eyes on. He hits the collateral, but no kill found. Damage onto 2. But legs are not bodies. phzy is going to catch the lurk as well. Vlogus can't really get too involved. He's sitting back in towards CT, and it doesn't look like rearatom are going to be giving him the fights he wants. So he can chalk this one up as an 11th.
I'll tell you what, rearatom have been absolutely fantastic on this T side when it comes to conditioning and how they set things up. Because, look, you think back to how many times rearatom have pushed mid with Corey or with additional players, just taking all of that space. It's for rounds like these where they're low investments. You know you're going to probably stack somewhere. Or where have rearatom been going? This entire T side. It's been in towards middle, and then the call comes in from the IGL. Let's just go B. Let's just take the extremity. The game's lagging a little bit, but it's okay. At 11 rounds plays 9, rearatom are 2 away from taking their map pick.
Yeah, Vlogus lucky to survive at the tail end. Now you can see that shot came through just as the time ticked on over. Gets to hold on to his AWP. That's going to be critical here. As we take a look at rearatom versus things up. Got PPTX. Like that's all good. Maybe that was just our end. And straight in towards start. Gas and kreaz go. So they're getting aggressive here previously. Oh, Summer spotted throwing util. Gas is a great line here, but kreaz is kind of caught between 2 angles. You can see him darting back and forth. Summer surely is going to get found here, but maybe expro catches the timing here. Oh yeah, bullet shot. Summer's going to fall back. And they have to bail out of here. kreaz is still sticking around. One player escapes, and Corey comes to clear, but Gas finds the kill. kreaz fighting hard, trying to find this, still staying alive, and he's actually going to get away.
What an absolute mess. But what a really good adjustment. Coming out of wings up, just aggressing in towards canals, having players fighting middle to the point where you're creating a lot of space and you're restricting it away from rearatom. They can only really go in one direction, and that's towards B. And Wings Up have already rotated a number of players over and are now looking for more information. Mid-round push coming in. Look at Lan. He could be in the backside at any moment here.
Sentry comes forward at the perfect time. What are you going to do? You have to charge on through, and well, somebody, doesn't matter. Flames at his feet, he finds the kills and even puts some towards Gas. Looking very flammable in towards Dark. Summer strikes as well, and he wants to get aggressive into Dark. Somebody is just doing it all onto B. Flying gets one back, but look at the health they're working with. Do you even want to? You should get out of here. This is... Look at the health. 11 HP, a 2 versus 3. Yeah, you need to save these weapons because you're about to give over 12. You need everything to keep fighting.
Shout out Summer in that round, by the way, because as they're executing into the bomb site, he turns around. He expects a flank, and he catches off Lan. That allows so much space to now be created, and they don't have to worry about their behinds. Really well worked from somebody as well, just using his utility to not only flush out the player at Dark, but just keep him contained. Because phzy needs to get that bomb down. They didn't have confirmed intel as to if there was anyone in Temple, anyone in CT. So by putting the flames down and the flashbangs in towards Dark, you make sure that phzy definitely punches in those digits, and it gives you a shot at the after plant. Rare Atom up to map point. Wings Up by saving those 2 rifles. They're able to bring out a full investment, but their money is on the ropes, even if they win this round.
Yep, gotta take it cleanly. Rare Atom with a bit of late resurgence on this T side. Consecutive rounds, putting them now in a good position to take their map pick. Lucas has something to say. Gets one, but Summer able to find flying as he got aggressive with that rifle. Keeps it an even steading. Now, you know where the AWP is. That gives you some freedom elsewhere on the map.
Double push. They could find the bomb here, Wings Up out B. Somebody on his own. Completely isolated. Tucked in round this corner, but they don't go clearing deep enough. And therefore, somebody's got the angle and the time. Expro finding him over at Dark, and it is immaculate. But Expro actually finds both. Suddenly, it's a 4-on-2.
Just everything worked out for Rad in there. Somebody tucks on in, doesn't get cleared, and then Expro with a massive double header. That's what we call a headshot in the business. Lan, 1 versus 3. The keep Wings Up in it, gets the first kill, but brought down very low in the process, and the HE from Expro to get it done. Rare Atom take Anubis, their map pick.
Yeah, really well played T-side from Rare Atom. A lot of conditioning in play. There was some really creative ideas from Wings Up in terms of how to address it on the fly, but ultimately it was just too much to handle. There was some unfortunate timing moments.